Cuba, que viva Cuba. Cuba para siempre. Hi guys, it's Jay again from Ayaba's Wind. I'm here today to give the first half of September's monthly reading for Taurus. Tauruses, you guys beat out all the other signs as far as views, and I'm really happy to bring you this new reading for September. So I'm going to say a quick prayer, and then I'm going to move forward with giving you a reading via Orisha cards, and then I'm going to give you some advice with the Tarot Odu. Okay? So just give me a couple of seconds. Light, peace, and progress to the spirit guides and protections of the Taurus collective Earth sign, whose birthdays fall between April 20th and May 20th. Light, peace, and progress to the spirit guides and protections of the Taurus collective Earth sign, whose birthdays fall between April 20th and May 20th. Light, peace, and progress to the spirit guides and protections of the Taurus collective, whose birthdays fall between April 20th and May 20th. I come before you here today as your vessel to channel your messages and information to your Taurus children to guide them through the first part of the month of September 2019. For the Taurus collective, I pray that you will continue to guide them, support them, uplift them, give them the help and the advice that they need to be able to move forward successfully to fulfill their dreams and accomplish their goals. I give thanks and praise to you, and I honor you and acknowledge you, and I pray that the information flows abundantly and accurately. Motukwe. Thank you. So I'm going to get started. I'm going to shuffle the cards, pull about 5 cards, give you interpretations, and then move into the advice section. First card. Too many cards. Okay. So I pulled, Spirit selected 6 cards. So let me look at this for a second. So you have the 3 of Wands. So this is the 3 of Air. You have Karma. You have the Earth. You have the 2 of Water. You have the Five of Water. And then you have Shapana, but it came reverse. Okay. Okay. So what stands out to me, you have a lot of water here. Um, you have some air and some earth. Um, what stands out to me is your karma card. Okay. So karma is basically saying here in this card that, they're thinking about all of the things that um, were done in the past to them, things that they may have done to others that may have not been so nice. There's an older woman, and she's reflecting, and you'll see on the other side of her is a young child. So maybe she's remembering when she's reflecting back to when she was a child or back in her younger years. You're going to see the scales over her head with actually spiritual eyes, it looks, and then you'll see the sun shining above them. Okay, so karma, as you know, is when you put good things out, good things come back to you. When you put negative things out, negative things come back to you. So this is going to be a time, at least the first part of September, when you're going to see things happening. You're going to basically reap the rewards of things that you have sown, that you have planted. But also any negative things that you have done may be coming back to bite you during this time. Okay. You have the earth. So Earth talks about cycles, okay? And so there's an ending of one cycle and the beginning of another cycle, okay? An end of one chapter and a beginning of another chapter. So what's exciting about this is that it talks about change and transformation. It talks about new beginnings. So that is exciting. So if you feel like you've been stuck in a rut, you haven't really been going anywhere, you feel like you're doing the same thing over and over again, you really want some positive change and transformation to happen, now's the time that it's going to be happening. Okay, it could come around the fall equinox, which is late September into October. So just be prepared for all of the changes. It could be bringing a bounty of blessings for you, depending on the karma that you put out. Okay, so just be prepared for possible windfalls and things of that nature coming in for you. You have the Two of Water. You see these two seahorses, their nose belly to belly. So basically, this is the Two of Cups in traditional tarot. So this talks about partnership. This talks about soulmate. This talks about you being coupled with a significant other. Okay, this could be someone from the past, or it could be someone who is new coming in. All right, so we will look to find out um, what Odu has to say about the new beginnings. But it does talk about, with an emphasis on relationships and having new love, romance, and partnership in your life, and focusing your energies on that. You have the Ten of Cups. So this is wonderful. It shows fish in the ocean. Fish represent wealth, bounty. They represent fertility, abundance. If I know in my tradition, or my culture rather, that if you dream of fish, that means someone is pregnant, pregnancy and fertility. But also Ten of Cups in traditional tarot is like the ultimate happiness and fulfillment in your life. Okay. And so with that, you have lots of good things to look forward to, as long as you have um, put good things out, okay? Because remember, you had the karma card come out. So the Ten of Cups is a beautiful card. Beautiful card. I'm excited for you, Tauruses, for September. As long as you stay focused and you're doing the right thing, you should start seeing bountiful of blessings coming in for you. Also, there's an emphasis on the water. You had the seahorses before, you had the fish show up in the earth card, and now you have multiple fish showing up here with the Ten of Cups, the Ten of Water. So you may want to try and visit the ocean. Um, take a dip or two. What I would suggest is going into the ocean water, bathing in the ocean water, putting the water over your head, your face, saying prayers. Ocean water, oceans are owned by the Orisha Yemaya. And like I said in previous readings, Yemaya is the feminine aspect of God that owns all of the oceans of the world, is the mother of everyone in the world, the mother of the Orishas, the mother of all of the motherless children in the world. And basically, Yemaya represents wealth and abundance and prosperity. Okay. So it may be beneficial to you to bring in your blessings even more. If you go into the ocean, you can go up to your knees, take some water in your hands, put it over your face, your body, say prayers, rejuvenate yourself, revitalize yourself, and Yemaya will bring in the blessings for you even faster and even more abundantly. Okay, so Ten of Cups is a wonderful card to get. At the same time, you got Zapana, which is, in my tradition, this is the equivalent to Baba Luaye. And so Baba Luaye is the aspect of God that deals with sickness and disease and ill health, okay? So basically, Baba Lu came here to uh, let you know that you have to be mindful of your health. There's something that's happening with your health within your body that you may want to go to the doctor to get a checkup. You can go to your primary care physician if you're a female. You can go to your OBGYN. If you're a male, you can go to, I think, the urologist. But you definitely want to do your checkups, okay? Because Baba Luaye, Shapana, is coming in, and basically he's announcing that something is not quite right, or that he's warning you to be very cautious. Be cautious about how you conduct yourself sexually, meaning that if you have multiple partners, you may want to protect yourself from STDs. Be careful of extramarital affairs, having people on the side, because you could potentially pick up some kind of virus, HIV, herpes, hepatitis, chlamydia, gonorrhea. You could potentially get a disease like that. So this is a time to be very cautious. Be cautious of getting tattoos and any kind of things that involve needles at this time, because Baba Luaye is saying that disease is running rampant, and you could potentially contract a disease at this time. So just be very careful and check on your health. Then you have the Three of Air. Okay. You have the Three of Air. And so here, it's talking about you have to be very careful. There are potential predators around, that you're being watched, that you may have potential enemies lurking. So you have lots of goodness coming in for you for the month of September, at least for the first month, but that there are people lurking to possibly entrap you, ensnare you, trick you, possibly rob you. So you have to be very careful. Um, these enemies that are lurking, you could know them or you may not know them. Okay, this being watched, you just want to be mindful of going and coming from your house, going and coming from work. You want to be mindful of signing contracts and things of that nature. Um, Going to certain places, doing favors for people. People could possibly be throwing you into the crossfire that was meant for them. Um, and so you have to be very careful of that. Okay, so it's just to keep your eyes open because it's saying that there are predators that are lurking. Okay, could be lurking to see what blessings are coming in for you, maybe trying to distract you or trying to take what is yours, okay, to trying to take what is coming in. There could be jealousy and envy, so you must be mindful of that, okay? So I'm going to pull some Odu cards. I'll pull like 2 or 3, and we'll see how the Orisha cards coincide with the Odu cards. So just give me a couple of seconds. Okay, so I pulled 3. So let's see what Spirit has to say. Okay. Okay, so Odu, like I said, is a living doctrine, especially in my tradition, that guides us to help us to stay in alignment with fulfilling our destiny in the most positive way possible. So, what Spirit is saying here is that the owner of the head is absent. So, it's saying that there's something going on with you mentally, intellectually. There's something going on with your head. You got to be careful of doing things that are going to distract you from having clarity and thinking. Okay, and so that means you have to watch your intake of alcohol. That also means that you need to watch smoking marijuana, doing drugs, anything that oftentimes clouds your judgment, makes you foggy. Okay, it's saying here. That your personal life could be possibly in shambles. And because you have so much going on, it could be a possibly like chaotic environment. You have a lot of thoughts. You're up thinking. It may cause you to have problems going to sleep at night. It's saying your personal life is breaking up. And basically that's causing a distraction for you, which could be very dangerous. And so remember, your enemies are are flying around. You know, they're swarming around, waiting to catch you at your weak point, waiting to catch you off guard. Okay. This looks like an eagle or a falcon, and we all know what eagle and falcons do. Okay, they basically circle in the sky looking for prey. All right, so this is saying that you have to keep your eyes open. You could be at the end of your rope, and you could be wit's end, okay? And in which case, if you're at the end of your rope and you're thinking your judgment is cloudy, your head is like spinning because you have so much going on, you definitely want to take a white bath, okay? And remember, I have the white bath listed under my discussion section of my YouTube channel. So you could take the white bath after you bathe physically with soap, from your head down to your toes, dress in white, wrap your head in white. You can sleep in white sheets. And hopefully this white bath will kind of uplift you and give you the clarity you need to be able to move forward. You cannot have a cloudy head, okay? Because like I said, your enemies are circling you. They're watching you. And so you can't make the moves you need to make. You can't strategize adequately with a cloudy head and clouded judgment. At this time, you really have to watch your temper. All right. You could be running really hot right now, very short tempered. Um, and so you really have to keep cool. And so that's what the white baths do. They keep you nice and cool. They keep you cool headed, level headed, and they give you the clarity you need to move forward. Okay. It says, put your dreams and hopes back in your head to save you. So you may have been so caught up in what's happening in your life that you kind of put your own dreams and hopes aside. And so basically, your dreams and hopes are your life force. Okay. And so, Spirit is saying you need to capture that back. Whatever it is that you love to do, whatever it is that you wanted to do, whatever it is you dreamed on doing, Spirit Odu is saying, put that back in your head. Try and recapture it again. Okay. Because this is going to save you. Open up to life, okay? When you have no thoughts and no aspirations, that equals death, okay? And basically, you're alive, okay? You may be working a lot, you may be stressed out, but you still have to live. You still have to find that which motivates you, that which inspires you, okay? Even if it's something little like going online and looking at what it is that you love to do. So if you're an artist but you're not motivated, go online and look at other people's artwork, and maybe that'll inspire you. Look at colors. um, Try to stay as motivated as possible, because what it's saying is when you don't have hope, there's no aspirations, you die a slow death, okay? And basically, Spirit and Odu's trying to help you. They're trying to save you from going down this negative spiral, okay? And it showed the karma card. It shows that, you may be looking back and reflecting on, wow, I haven't done anything. I haven't made the changes I needed to make. I'm really like down on my luck, down on myself. I really need to make moves, okay? And so Spirit acknowledges that. It's saying that if you take that step forward, you know, change and transformation, a new chapter, new beginnings will happen for you. But you gotta remember to take that step forward. It says, let down your guard and find your passion again. It could be that you are so heavily guarded that you're forgetting your love of life, your love of the things that make you happy. So please, by all means, find that again. It could be that you need to go to that ocean. You need to take that. You need to bathe in Yemaya's waters. You need to bathe in the ocean to get that inspiration back, to wash off all of that heaviness, all of that burden, all of that worry. Just wash it off and recapture um, that life force, whatever inspires you, whatever is going to invigorate you. Also, when you're in the shower, yes, you take a hot shower, but run that water cold right before you get out. Run the water cold to like shake that negativity off of you, to shake that heaviness off of you, and to shock you into life, okay, with that cold water, so you can find your passion again. Odu's other message is saying that the ears cannot pass the head. All right. So it's basically saying that, you really have to think. You have to think before you act, and also listen before you speak. Okay, listen to what's going on and observe what's going on around you. Okay, because in other people's conversations and other people's words could come meaningful advice to help you to move forward. It could You could get information of that which you were seeking. Okay, it says you have the potential to get used a lot, and Spirit is really warning you to be very careful. Um, that if you're a woman, you got to be careful of men that are very flashy. You got to be careful of men that are flashy, that like to flash and floss and dress nicely, that like to party a lot. You got to be careful of them because they can take advantage of you. Okay? It's saying here to listen to elder people that speak because there could be gems, pearls of wisdom in that can help you to move forward, that could inspire you. Don't dismiss them. You could be so caught up and wrapped up in your stress and your problems and your issues that you could miss key gems that you need to be able to move forward. It says, be careful of doing errands alone, um, because there could be potential rape, especially for women, but also for men. You have to watch, and especially for children, sending children out to do errands. Women, especially, be careful of running errands alone. Okay, be careful of unknown roads. So if you're driving down dark roads, be very careful. Keep your eyes open, keep your doors locked, keep your windows up, and just be very alert and aware. Do not pick up strangers. Don't stop for strangers. Don't do any of that because it's warning you here that at this time someone or something could take advantage of you. Remember, I said right now you're the prey, and you have people that are lurking to potentially take advantage of you, to hurt you, to trap you, to sabotage you. It's saying here you have the tendency to not finish what you start. Okay, so to try to be able to move forward on projects, do one thing, finish it, and then move on to the other because it can create a chaotic environment. Be careful of going out at 12 noon and 12 midnight, okay? Because in our tradition, in my tradition rather, there are spirits that are dark spirits, spirits that are not of the light, that basically move around and they look to take people who are vulnerable and take them and basically can make their life really rough and basically a living hell and possibly potentially um, cause sickness and then later death. All right. So these spirits should be careful of going out at 12 noon and 12 midnight. If you are out and about and the clock is about to strike, just run into a store. Run, go into the car, sit for a couple of minutes, and then after 12, then you can get out and walk and do what you have to do. It says organize yourself, use the calendar, write things down, use a planner is very important at this time so you can be extra on point. Okay, watch sick people coming to your house. And I told you, Baba Luaye, Shapana came up. So Shapana is announcing sickness. Not that you can necessarily pick up a virus or disease from this person that's sick that comes to your house. You could potentially do that, or your children could potentially get sick. But also, sometimes sickness is caused not just by viruses and bacteria, but sickness can also be picked up by a low level, a dark spirit. Okay, sometimes people do black magic, they do brujeria, they do witchcraft, and so this brujeria and this witchcraft can cause sickness in people. And so when those people who are sick come over to your house, that sickness, that ano, that that ill spirit, that low vibration spirit, that low energy spirit can stay in your house and wreak havoc, okay? And it can cause sickness, disease, it can cause depression, it can cause people to fight in the household, it can turn your household upside down, okay? So be careful of having sick people to come over to your house. Um, be careful of talking around your children because these children are listening. They can repeat things to people that you don't want to have your information. They can repeat things at school. They can repeat things to the other children that can go home and tell their parents, and it can cause drama. So be careful of that. People must pay what they owe before they do work for you. Okay, so don't do anything for free. It says, you got to be careful of being taken advantage of. All right, and so with this, you have to really keep your eyes open for that. If you are a woman, you're a woman. or you have a feminine energy, watch falling for men who will get you pregnant and leave you. Okay, so be very careful at this time of watching for men that can get you pregnant and leave you. All right, traveling too much can make you ill. It could be the food that you eat. It could be that you're going from one country to another country, one hotel to another hotel room. And, people leave spiritual imprints in these hotel rooms. I don't care how much they clean the sheets, how much they sanitize the hotel room. There are tons of spirits, and some of these spirits are not good spirits. They are not elevated spirits. So you're going from hotel room to hotel room, you're traveling, and you could potentially pick these spirits up and be very, very sick, become very, very sick. Okay, so be careful of that. It's saying that happiness is found in your home. So if you're traveling a lot, you may have to go back to home base, get your house together, get settled, do home things. You can pray if you believe in that, meditate, do your mantras. You can check my feature channel, Jason Gallant. Also, you can go to my playlist, and you can go to Sanskrit mantras and start meditating to start cultivating what it is you want, tapping into prosperity, getting that love that you were looking for, okay? Nurturing that relationship, all right? So it's very important at this time to focus on your home. It's saying here, excuse me, don't lend anything out, because, like I said, people leave spiritual imprints, not only in places, but they leave it in clothing. Okay, so you lend your clothes out to a friend. That friend is going through a hell of a lot of drama. They may have some ill energy with them. They give you the clothes back. I don't care if they washed it. It still has a spiritual imprint in the clothing. You put it on, and then your life is a hot mess. It's a wreck. Okay, and you wonder why your luck that was going really well turned, and now you have bad luck. It's all chaos. So please do not lend out your clothes. Also, people can do work. They can do brujeria, witchcraft, work, dark magic on your clothing, and then you get your clothing back, and then it's, like I said, it's drama, okay? Um, it's saying here that you have to be careful of your hot head. And remember, in the other Odu that came, it's saying that you have the tendency to have a hot head. So be careful, because that can cause problems, arguments, okay? It's saying here that someone who visits your house is dangerous. All right. This, like I said, all of these things that Spirit is saying, all of these things are not going to apply to everyone. Okay. Some of it may apply, all of it may apply, or none of it may apply. Okay. Keep in mind, this is a general reading for the Taurus collective. Okay. So take what you need, take what sounds like it has happened to you or it could potentially happen, and then start to work to solve those problems. It's saying here that someone who visits your house that has a nickname, especially a unique nickname, you have to be careful. This person is dangerous. They may have like a mental imbalance. They may have ill intentions. They may have a record, some kind of record of doing illegal things. You got to be very careful, okay? It's saying that luck is coming for you. So we did say that luck and prosperity is coming for you. Remember, the fish represent luck and wealth and prosperity. You have the Ten of Cups here. So in order to tap into and cultivate that luck that's coming, it's saying take an herb bath, okay? So you can you can buy fresh mint in the supermarket. You can buy parsley in the supermarket. What you do is you take that fresh mint and parsley, take a nice bowl of water, cool water, and I want you to rip the leaves in the water until the water turns green. Stir it, continue ripping, and pray for your wealth and prosperity. And you're going to pray, continue to pray until all the leaves are ripped. You're going to pull out all the leaves and the stems out, right? And leave the water that's green. And then you're going to basically take your regular bath or your shower, wash with soap and water. Once you rinse off, then you're going to take that herb bath and you're going to rinse from head to toe, and then you're going to air dry. And you can do this for one day. You could do it for 5 days, 6 days, 8 days, even 7 days. And you're going to see that it's going to clear the way for this wealth and prosperity to come in. That's a money bath, okay? It's a green bath. Mint and parsley represent money, okay? So try that herb bath. If you have if you're a man and you have too many women, um, you need to stop dealing with those women that are outside of your relationship and focus on your children, because your children are your blessings, your children are your wealth, and that there's children that need that you have that need your support and your guidance, okay? And then your final Odu message is that he removes someone's eyes, removes his own eyes, okay? So basically, you got to remember your karma card came up. So if you're doing things to hurt people, to sabotage people, to stab them in the back, remember that whatever you do, it's going to come back to you. And you're going to get it really, really strong, okay? You could get it 1,000 times stronger than what you did to that person. Karma is here. The energy is strong, especially for the first part of September for you, okay? And keep in mind, these energies can go the whole month, all right, until the energies subside, until it's resolved, until you pray and meditate, until you do the baths, the spiritual baths that you need. Okay, so you got to be very careful. It's saying here that you could potentially have bad dreams, all right, and in these bad dreams, it could show you your enemies that are swarming around you. The bad dreams could also indicate that this illness and this sickness is around you, because Babalu announced it. Okay, it's saying that any expired medicine that you have in your medicine cabinets, please get rid of it, throw it out. Do not take its expired medicine, because it can make you very sick. You're not feeling stable and secure right now, but all of that is soon changing. Okay, remember, old chapters are ending, new chapters are beginning. All right, so just hold tight. It's saying that unfaithfulness can cause your life. Okay, so if you are married, or if you are in a domestic partnership, you're living with someone, you're shacked up with someone, okay? If you are stepping out, it's saying that it can cause your life. One, that person that you're dealing with could be mentally unstable, or they could have a partner or a spouse that is mentally unstable, and they could stalk you, they could follow you to your house, they could potentially kill you in the worst case scenario, or you could potentially get disease, okay? That could make you very sick, and you could potentially um, die from it, okay? So it's warning you, Odu is warning you to be very careful. If someone sends you to a place, don't go. Remember, I said running errands, you could get trapped. Okay, you could get robbed. Worst case, you could get killed. Okay, you have predators swarming around you, so be very careful of doing errands for people. Don't go act like you're sick. Just say, look, I can't do that for you. I'm not feeling well. I'm obligated. I got to do something. I had a previous engagement. Do not go. All right. It's saying that you could potentially have problems with your head or your brain. So if your eyesight is blurred, if you're having headaches, um, you need to go to the doctor to get your head, your brain, your eyesight checked. It's saying here that you could potentially have a family member that could go to jail, that could go to prison. So I don't know what these people are doing, but it's saying here that there is potentially a family member that could go to jail. So be very cautious of this person. It's saying here that rumors can be deadly, okay? So whatever rumors are being spread, they could be deadly. So be careful where and who you talk to, what you say, where you go. Be careful at work, be careful at home, be careful of what you say around your children, again, because spreading rumors can be deadly, okay? Never hit your child on the head, because it is bad luck. You will shut yourself down, okay? You will bring and wreak havoc on your life. Do not hit your child in the head. Do not hit any child in the head. Okay? And it's saying here, karma, show the child. Okay? There will be payback. There will be retribution for that. Spirits don't like that. Children are blessing in most traditions. They're blessings, okay? So by you hitting a child in the head, you kill your blessing. So it's saying, please do not do that. Do not pick up heavy things as you can hurt your back. You may be sick. You could be physically sick or you could be spiritually sick, okay? And maybe that's why Baba Luaye showed in the reverse, okay? He's saying that something is up, something is wrong. If you are physically sick, by all means, go to the doctor. Go to the doctor, get all the checkups you need to get checked, okay? If you are spiritually sick, you need to have a spiritual consultation. All right, that means in my tradition, we go to santeras, we go to babalaos. But you could go in your spiritual tradition, whatever that may be, and you can go and get spiritual consultation. Also do spiritual readings as well. As you know, I'm a priest in my tradition in Lukumi, in the Yoruba tradition. And so you should consider getting spiritual help. But always start by doing your spiritual baths um, and prayer and meditation to alleviate that. Because it could be that someone had thrown something on you. Like I said again, brujeria, witchcraft, they could have worked you. And so that could be causing the spiritual sickness. And by spiritual sickness, it could be that you feel off kilter. Something's not right. You feel a little dizzy, a little off. You can't sleep at night. You're having bad dreams. You know, there's an unsteadiness with you. Emotionally, you're crying a lot. You're angry. That could be a spiritual imbalance, a spiritual sickness. But always first, get your medical checkup. Um, is saying that spiritual work needs to be done for you, okay? And also, please do work with Yemaya. You can do your bath in a bowl. Just take regular water, add water, and then add a little bit of molasses. Stir it with your left hand. Pray for help and guidance, assistance from Yemaya. And you can bathe with that from your head to toe. And Yemaya can, definitely help you with the things that you're going through. Okay, so just be mindful of your head. Be mindful of being taken advantage of by people. Be careful of doing errands for people and just keep your eyes open. You have good things coming for you. I'm really excited. But also, Spirit is saying, watch your back. Keep your head clear. Do not do a lot of drugs. If you can help it, don't drink. Don't do any drugs. Spirit is here to help you, to open up the way for new beginnings. I'm excited. New changes, new chapters are beginning for you. All right. If you have any questions, you can email me. Please remember to do baths. I will see you about mid-month to move forward with the next chapter of your life. Okay. So have a great evening. I'll see you soon.